promised, it's time to share the footballing memories of one of the game's first superstars, John Charles. He scored 153 goals in 308 league appearances for Leeds and 93 league goals in 155 appearances for Juventus. Not to mention 15 goals from 38 Welsh caps. He was responsible for taking Wales to their only World Cup finals in 1958. His transfer to Juventus from Leeds cost the Italians a world record fee at the time of £65,000, and he got £10,000 signing on fee plus £60 a week, 4 times the maximum wage allowed in England at the time. It has been said that if Charles was around now, like for like, he would be worth about twice that of Luis Figo. Good fact. In Italy, he won 3 Serie A. Thank you, titles, and 2 Italian Cups. Ladies and gentlemen, Britain's first footballing superstar, the legend who is John Charles.
My name is John Charles. I played for Leeds United, Juventus and Wales.
John Charles fires a hard one, and yes, the score's level again, 2-all.
Well, I was on Swansea's ground staff actually for a year or 2 years, and there used to be a scout who was called Mr. Pickard, who was a scout for Leeds at the time, and he said, "Would you like to go to Leeds?" So I went home and I said to my mother and father, "There's a scout being after me from Leeds, I would like to go." So my mother said, quite innocently, she says, "You can't go." So I said, "Why?" She said, "Because you haven't got a passport yet." I think it was 65,000 at the time. It was all the money in them days. But I think it was, you know, they got their money's worth back. I think with the first season, with getting, you know, 30-odd goals, they were quite happy. It's not like in England, you know, that you just meet at the football ground. They've got a club in the middle of town. Every club in Italy are the same. They've got which players and supporters can go at night to meet and what have you, you know. And it was absolutely wonderful, actually. And I got to, you know, I got very used to the idea of what they used to do. But it was very, very hard, really, to score goals because which they call the cat and arch, you know, which is nearly all defensive. Almost Sivori. You know, and another Italian, Boniperti, who was captain of the national side for many, many years, and who was a director after he finished with Juventus. He came as a director. He was a great player as well. But there were 2 different kinds of players, because Omar Sivori was a dribbler and Boniperti was a passer. And that's the way that, you know, that's why we had a decent side sort of thing, you know. Di Stefano, he was my favourite. He was a great, great player. He could pass, he could score, he'd done everything. You know, mind you, Madrid, in them days, had a great team as well, you know, because Puskas was playing as well, and Gento. They were marvellous players. The Gentle Giant, it came as a surprise really, because when I played centre half, I kicked a lot of people, you know. When I went to Italy, I remember fouling a player, you know, unintentionally, but I fouled him and I got the ball and I was in front of him and I kicked it into touch sort of thing, you know, and all of a sudden the name came out, the Gentle Giant. When we played, it was one of them things, who was getting the money, you know, that, but today, the right people are getting the money, I think, you know, and I think it's nice for them to get what they deserve. Ali Fiore is a favourite of mine anyway, and I think he's a wonderful player, and he'd be better when he gets older as well. Cole is a great player, I think. Schiller's a good player as well. I think that they're a good side now, but I think in a year or 2 years' time they'll be a better side. The thing is that they've got to keep hold of all of them, haven't they? No, I haven't any regrets at all. I done what I should, you know, what I wanted to do, you know, with the help of other people as well. And I think I had a great life, you know. It was wonderful, you know, to start in Swansea, come to Leeds and finish up in Juventus and then go to Rome. It was absolutely wonderful, you know, I enjoyed it so much. The only thing was the money wasn't good enough. The highlight of my career was that we had to beat Fiorentina, I think it was, that we had to beat them to win the championship. And I scored the winning goal, and that was absolutely wonderful. You know, I got a few bob extra for scoring it.
John Charles, a true legend, and we're not the only ones to think that, as he was recently voted Juve's best ever foreign player. And the Leeds fanzine, the Square Ball, have introduced an email petition to get John Charles the knighthood he deserves. They've already gathered many messages of support, including ones from Peter Ridsdale and Welsh First Minister Rhodri Morgan. So if you want to add your name to the list, just email knightjohncharles@yahoo.co.uk. knightjohncharles@yahoo.co.uk, and you can petition them.
Excellent. Okay, let's hope he gets one.
Yeah.